Say it isn't so. Just say it isn't so. I'm just not happy. I straighten all this and it's all back curly except for this. What is this? What is this? Somebody made me mad. Look like a gray hair. Cause that's what we doing. Cause that's what we doing. Cause that's what kind of day I'm having, y'all. That's what kind of day I'm having. Let's just talk about it. So trucking. Didn't put it in the title. But yeah. Yeah. So now it's just a couple of pieces that's kind of straight, but on their way back to getting real curly again. How about I gotta stay in Alabama now. Bro, I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I ain't never seen nobody take that long to get some stuff off a truck. And I ended up going to sleep and woke up. Yes, I'm ranting. Hit the line because I'm ranting. Bro. $7 o'clock. I've been there since 7 o'clock. Alabama time, it is 12:56. I go to sleep. I wake up. I go in there. I say, how long before y'all get finished? Oh, they just went on lunch and then they're gonna. I go to the lunchroom. It's a whole lot of them. So I'm over here trying to figure out why in the world, bro. The whole world, Craig. Okay, they better have been in there. Is it taking y'all this long to get this stuff up off my trailer? I'm about to tell you the head of the trailer because let me tell y'all what happened. Let me tell you. First of all, it's Alabama. Okay, deadly. You come through here with a van, you might get blown off the side of the bridge. Okay, lots of bridges and nothing but air. I'm talking about air blowing you all over the place. That's one thing when I got some on my truck, even though it's still lightweight. But it's a whole nother thing when you coming back empty, you get blown off the side of the bridge. Okay, then somebody gonna come tell me, oh, that's why I didn't like do a drive van, cause you know, I said, this bro, I ain't nobody in the A. Hit the motherfucking light. Ain't nobody asked you for that. Second, I didn't have no signal where I was at. Okay, listen, hold up, we gotta talk about this, cause let me tell you something. I said I didn't have no signal. None. No signal. It's all. None. No signal, baby. No signal. All right. Okay, so that's another thing. And I drove here through a tornado. Let's talk about it. A tornado. Yes, an active tornado. Okay, we're not just saying words because they sound like big words. I'm talking about a tornado. At 3:00 in the morning. Made it through that. Then get here. And you can look at my other videos. That's if I ain't deleted them or made them private. I don't know. Search. I ain't had no signal anyway, so. But get here. And it starts to snow. Why are we snowing? I'm talking about hard, icy flakes that's sticking. Okay, again, why are we snowing? Because all that's a little bit dramatic. Trump, get your boys, okay? Y'all stop playing with the weather. Okay, stop playing with the weather. You're doing too much. You're doing too much, doing too much, doing too much. See my pillow? Okay. You can unzip it. Boom, 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 boom. Then I got another little comfy pillow. Cute little pillowcase. You know, this little square. For, I don't know. Kids will fall asleep up here, but snowing hard. I'm talking about 38 degrees, and I want to take my anemic self back to Atlanta, because it's only a good 3.5 hours. Okay, I should be in Atlanta by now. At least, I should be in Atlanta by now. No, she has to park. Imagine having to stay in freaking Alabama when it's not even that far away, because these mofos took forever in a day. Then let me tell you what else had happened. So I go in the break room because I just wanted to really see how many people was working. So I go in there and use a vending machine. I said, okay, it was the biggest break room, and it was full. All of them. That I bet your vice come, they'll run. Okay, you smell me? All right. So, and look, I didn't start no shit. I said, I think I got some chips. So I said, yeah, where's the napkins? I saw about 20 microwaves. I said, where's the napkins? You have any napkins? And when I clearly speak English, he was like, no, we don't have no napkins. And then the other two want to chime in and say some shit in Espanol, like they the only ones that understand that bullshit, right? And then they did a whole at least 15-second segment. I said, oh. See, I got the heat blaring back here. Should I do it? I said, you know what? I'm going to let him have it. Because you got to be a dumb motherfucker to assume at this point in time in America that the person you talking shit about don't understand what the fuck you saying. But listen, y'all hurry up and eat that chimichanga bullshit so you can come out here and finish unloading my truck so I can get on up out of here. Because unlike you, I don't want to stay here. And baby, don't make me call ICE. Okay, because all that's uncalled for. Okay, I don't bother nobody. I'm nice to everybody. But, and then what he said, we don't have no napkins. You don't have nothing. You work here. The napkins would be provided in the break room. I'm not talking about did you bring some for home. I ain't asked you all that. So what you talking about? No, we don't have no napkins. And then they talking shit. I ain't gonna say what they said. But just say I was nice today. I was a nice girl today. I was really, really nice. Sometimes you gotta be nice to people when they not nice to you. Because maybe I could have took out the fact that it was that cold. It's that cold outside. I could have took out the fact that this Velcro keep messing up my brand new baby. I just made these pins. It grabs my hair. Look at it. It got hair. I'm being attacked. I could take out the fact that it's 38 degrees, and who asked for that? Who asked for that? Cold shit. Or the fact that, motherfucker, I gotta spend 10 hours in Alabama. Oh, story time, because I'm gonna go in the stove for a second. I ain't gonna get no junk. I'm getting ready to do my workout. I'll probably do that on Twitch or TikTok, because y'all know y'all on YouTube, you can't listen to no music. You know how YouTube do. And set my clock up, my alarm clock, because I'm getting up out of here, so I got Clocky. Clocky runs from you. This is necessary. Because sometimes, we be fighting demons or something in our sleep. I don't know what be going on. But A snooze button is not my friend. Most of the time. So Clonky has wheels, and Clonky, once it starts going off, it rolls, and you got to get up and chase it and all that kind of stuff. Now that method usually works, cause I'll set my alarm. I'll put it, far to reach to where it's not gonna stop unless I get up and get to it. And by the time you do all that, you kind of like, oh, I did that for a reason. That was annoying. Because I'm really like, if you're somebody like me who has freaking all these anemias and stuff, and you just drained all the time, once you do get into sleep, you go to the dark realm of death, and it's hard to come up out of there. It really is. Like, you gotta really tell yourself, you gonna live another day, so just go and come up out of there and then do that. So I'm gonna have Clocky. Me and Clocky gonna have some fun up in here. I'm getting up out of here tonight. That's a damn shame. I gotta spend 10 hours up here at the doggone in Alabama. I don't care where I'm at. It's in Alabama. That's the problem. But I'm finna work out, finna have me some fun. Okay, get some shit done. I got just enough out of town to get some signal. I'm not staying up in here. Is y'all crazy? You better get this stuff off, or I'm gonna have to push it on off and then keep it moving. Cause I am not finna spend my break here, where there is zero signal. It's 38 degrees. It's snowing. Big flakes sticking. Man, shut up. Out here in buttfuck nowhere, where old white men think I'm finna be their mistress. Okay, let me not call him old, because he's 5 years older than me. Ain't really nothing to that. But think I'm finna be his mistress and stuff. But if I hear you tell me how beautiful I am one more time, sir, I'm gonna need you to accompany that with at least $45. Okay? Per each time you say it. But since I dragged your fence a little bit, I'm gonna let you get off. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you get off. What? You want me to sit in your pickup to get warm? Okay, cool. Here's my insurance. What? What you want now? Okay, story time. And Kimchi gotta go, but I can't do it all in one day. I'm trying to do a gut reset, but it smells like it's still underground. It smells like it's somebody's body parts, but you could be everything. Everything could be. So shout out to the ones who are here, who are saying nice things, who hit the like button, all that good stuff. You're not really just trolling me. But I don't really read the chat because, the trolls supersede anything else. So they ruin it, kind of, if you're looking for a response. And anybody got time for that? So maybe they'll go away, maybe not. I think they're bots that are hired by people. But y'all gonna learn. I don't do shit on the internet for nobody else. I do it because I want to fucking do it. Yeah, I know that renders you powerless. My Robert Greene voice. Well, actually, that was not Robert Greene narrating that book. But anywho, so story time. Since I'm in Atlanta, Alabama. Let me tell y'all a story time about when I left my ex in Alabama. I put him out my truck in Alabama. Okay? Story time. Story time. You listen to me, you hit the light, and you should have woke up. Okay? Especially if you ain't talking about the subject. And when I swipe through, and I see you trolling, I'm blocking you, and bitch, get you another bot. Hire you somebody else. I don't be like, oh, I love for them to troll me, because that just stupid shit. I don't give a fuck about YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, none of them, including y'all in the raggedy ass troll comments. Okay. Alright, I live for me and mine. Baby, I don't need other motherfuckers. You got it twisted, boo-boo. You got it twisted, boo-boo. So I had to bring the big coat back out. Alright, I had to. And I'm glad I kept it in the truck, because let's keep it real, it's not summer yet. But I was like, we in there. All right, let's see. Let me get this big old truck coat out the truck. Oh, I'd have been crying today. Okay, so I left my ex. Let's be clear. I put him out my truck and left him in Alabama. And we came. At the time, I was living in North Carolina. Okay? Vietnam, baby. Okay? That's what crazy people come from. Just don't. Just you don't even. Okay, you don't. You just don't. You want zero problems with me. Okay? Hi. Alright, so how many trash bags I done accumulated today? Well, I'm telling you what, today I was ready to y'all weren't finna leave me here with these bammers, okay? Just a no. Just a no. I'm the only chocolate thing out here. So, okay, so let me check this out. So, I'm driving. I'm regional. This is so many years ago, it's not even funny. Now, let me tell you, this is my Ace Coon Boom. Okay, yeah, I said it that way on purpose. I don't know why this thing be blowing cold air when I have it in optimized idle. But just, I'd rather you be off, because this is about to really piss me off. Cold air makes me cranky. and so we already know. Damn, he back in fact. He got to use the potty. Real bad. He got to use the bathroom. He gonna hop out that truck real quick. And these are slanted parks. And he came in hot. And it's starting back snowing again. Yeah, he parked that shit real quick. Homeboy been holding on to that. Poor kidneys. So I'm driving for this company. You know, the job pretty much sucks, but I gotta come out here to Alabama. So my ex is from Alabama, and you know he on my rider program. So you know he hop in, he ride with me sometime. Your piss better not have touched my tire. You think your thing that small? That's not a wide mouth. That's on them nasty bottles. You could have dumped it to the right, because ain't no trucks over there. But if that shit got on my tire, I'm really gonna be upset, because that's just some bullshit. Animalistic ass bullshit. And you gonna reuse a plastic bottle to piss in. You know I'm hating because I can't do that. I have to literally find somewhere, stop, go inside, use the bathroom, and hopefully it's not so packed that I can just really get up out of there. I ain't gonna lie. I was riding with a trainer one time, and he sat there and pissed in the bottle while he was driving. And I said, you know I gotta sit in that seat next, right? I bet not be one drop. And I guarantee you it wasn't. He was a pro at that. I said, listen, I respect your gangster. Okay, just as long as you don't say something when I say we got to pull over, because, hey, you know what it was when you got to put a woman on your truck, so I ain't trying to hear it. So, okay. So my ex, now this is my ex. We're family. We're family. We're family. His family is my family. My family is his family. We're family. I've been with this guy since I was a teenager. Like, we lost a child together. We had similar situations. His family was a hot mess. My family was the same hot mess. Mama's on crack, and everybody around is on crack. Like, my mother's siblings, everybody she hung with or whatever was crack. Okay, Shania, the 5-year-old, Mary, that I used to sit and watch come get high with my mama every day. When I met her, she was 6 months pregnant. She was a pretty dark, I'm talking about dark woman. And she had a big old belly. And she used to come in and get high every single day. And I thought my mother was something. I said, damn, you take everything from us so you could smoke. And then you come in and you smoke in our face. But this woman is carrying a child. And then the child survived. I said, I thought the baby was going to die. I was 14, 15. And that baby, just like Shania mama gave her to the Mario, Mary's son lived till he was probably about like 6. She's smoking somewhere. He crossed in the street and he gets hit and ran over on the Merc by a car. And that was the end of him. Okay. His life was about the same. And we the same age. He was just a few months older than me. And so, we met and we was like this, boy. We was surviving, okay? We started fucking selling shit. Cause it's like, okay, we don't got no water, no hot water, no lights, no food, no clothing, no Roger, no rerun, no motherfucking rent. Okay, and I got siblings. That bitch smoke about the food stamps, everything. Yours do the same thing. You got siblings, okay? Boom, boom, boom. He was already hustling a little weed. Man, we got to provide. And it was on and we was gangster, okay? Down through some of the most, okay? Some of the most. So, we always been tight. Our family's always been tight. His mama, my mama, blah, 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 everything. Okay, all my folks is dying. All his folks is dying. We still tight. We grown. We old. We still tight. So I said, I'm going to Bama. You want to go? You want to see your folk? You want to go to Alabama? Because he only had, like, I think at the time, one uncle left. No, Sharon, the auntie, his wife. And she was living still in Alabama. So he was like, yeah, I'm going to go. But him and I are like, we never stop being in contact with each other. But it might be a long time before we talk to and see each other. So I will say, okay, dude is fine as fuck. Okay, look like a light skin on my apps. Always look like on my apps to me. He got the same eyes. He just never grew past that life. It's like there's not but so many people who escape that mentality out of Vietnam and leave. Spring Lake, don't matter. Fort Bragg, Bunce Road, Merck, anywhere. If Vietnam, okay. And some most people stay stuck on. That's why it's one of the craziest places you ever, because most people don't leave that mentality, and they don't even try to think about leaving the place. Okay, I think his all the trauma and stuff. Because let me tell you, when I say been through some shit, I'm talking about Cardi B say these is red bottom, these is bloody shoes, these is bloody hands, baby. Okay, I ain't even gonna sit here and play with you. I say it all the time, so it ain't nothing new. And I don't give a fuck, because you don't even know what, so you can't do shit. Okay, but these is bloody hands. Okay, for real. And I done seen one of my cousins actually killed his aunt. And me and him, I was pregnant with his son at the time. And I held, it happened right in front of me. And I held her while she passed away. Now, let's keep it real. Okay, we was staying on the Merc at his mama's house, because we, from house to house, whichever one had the less BS going on at the time. Me and him weren't even old enough to get no place our own yet. Whichever one had the less chaos and the less smoke fest and all that other shit. But we was at his mama house behind the Suburban. We cut through that little path, go to the Suburban. My cousin Maurice Boone, shout out to Maurice if you out, was up there selling his dope. And his cousin, his aunt Plu, and her dude Ernest, Ernest, I guess they didn't have the money that day, snatched the little shit from my cousin, because I mean that's every day they know how he hold his shit, well he got it and everything. Ran, well, we walking back to the house from the store, passed by me, hands, try to hand the shit to Plu, she don't even know what's going on, and then so you can take off running. Like, Bill, that's a crackhead thing to do, because nobody's getting away with that. And then Maurice just take his shit out and shoot, and fucking that shit went past me, hit her ass in the back. That's it. I remember I lift that woman bra strap up, boom, went through her back and through her heart. She was a sweet lady, and she had a lot of children. Boy, this story can go on and on and on. But I'm just saying, it's been a lot. We've been through, man, that dude, if you put in a Lifetime movie, yeah, that shit would be fucking crazy. That shit would be fucking crazy. So I'm just telling them, look, I got a trip to Alabama. You want to come? You know, stop by, see Sharon. Okay. So he came. He ain't got shit else to do, right? Get in the truck. I ain't seen dude in a long time. But he just stuck, you know, on this, you know, this is trauma, this is drama, this is draining, and I'm here. I ain't trying to do nothing better in life. I ain't trying to go nowhere really. And I know he always smoked, you know, weed or whatever, but I never really known him to really drink that much. Maybe a beer here and there, but that's about it. Because I was a fucking teenage alcoholic. Okay, my mama got me to drinking. I'm talking about 40 ounces where you pour half that beer out and you fill the rest of it up with vodka, and that's yours. And I'm talking about sloppy ass drunk. I'm talking about my whole family used to fight motherfuckers every goddamn day. I'm talking about beating bitches' asses with my mother by my side, beating bitches' asses, okay? I'm talking about crazy. I'm talking about just crazy. I'm talking about crazy. Yeah, crazy. And unfortunately, I was a mean, heartless, crazy fucking gangster. I'm just, yeah, I ain't never sat here and told no lies. Okay? That's why I just be sweet as I can be now. Even if y'all think I'm mean, I'm sweet. Trust me. Okay? So, as far as I know, dude didn't really drink. Because, boy, I used to get drunk. He's a pretty boy, popular boy, all that bullshit. Nigga, where the fuck you been? You ain't been home. Some shit like that. We children now, mind you, 15, 16 years old. You know, we holding it down. We the adults. We taking care of his sibling, my sibling, our own selves. You know, all we got to do is get somebody a dove, a little crack rock, and then we got that car, you know, for really how long we want, because it's our relatives anyway. Where the fuck you been? Oh, I been out making money. How the fuck you ain't? Oh, and I will fight. Okay, I will fight. I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm gonna kick your motherfucking ass. So, he didn't really drink. Just a beer here and there. Fast forward to this trip to Alabama in my truck. Homeboy done started drinking a little bit. I think his mom was still alive. Yeah, Lodi ain't passed away yet. So, you know, I guess it just, I don't know. Because he got sickle cell. Real bad. I don't know if there's a light version of it unless you don't have full sickle cell. But that was the first dude I did it with sickle cell. I'm talking about real bad. Real bad. Real bad. I had to laugh because, you know, we be in the hospital so much. We be in that bitch getting it in, okay? And it's like every time I would see him, he would talk about some old school shit we did. We got into some old crazy shit we did. Some shit motherfuckers would never find out about. Okay, some shit we can go to under the prison for. I'm talking about just wild, crazy shit. Because we had to live our life to get, you know, survive. And he would always, that'd be the first thing he'd bring up. Remember that time I was in the hospital? I was like, okay. So we get to Alabama. I think, did we see Sharon? I don't know, maybe. But then, you know, I gotta park and everything, take my little break before I get on my way back. And I don't know what, because me and him never really argued, ever. I mean, I would start shit if I thought, you know, I was being lied to or some shit like that, because I was a mean ass. A mean ass. And if I'm drinking and I think you on some bullshit, it's over with. So, other than that, we got along. So, I'm not sure what it was. Oh, I remember what it was. Okay, for a while, you know how people say you always have that ex that y'all gonna get it in. Like, you know how Jaden is with Blueface. And it used to be like that with us for a good little while. You know, unless I'm in a relationship. I've never been a cheater. Never in my life. However, I just got past that point. Because you don't want to deal with all that, you know, but the older I got, the more mature I got, it's just come to a point where, you know, we're just gonna be family. We're not gonna be intimate when we see each other, right? Okay, cool. So he's used to it being a certain way, and that did not happen, and he caught an attitude. I did too, you know, and it just turned into some mess, because I'm like, I don't have to explain myself to nobody. but it got pretty ugly. And I think that because of us growing up and everything we went through, and I was like still really his emotional support person. And when you just there still in that town around the same people and you ain't really doing nothing and you can't stay stuck there. And me, I was not stuck there, okay? Not stuck there. So he wouldn't be something that would be one of the few things that could bring me comfort in life or whatever, as I'm kind of perceiving it to be for him. So he really got an attitude with me, and I never seen him like that before. Maybe one time, but it was brief, and that happened to be very early in our relationship. It was very brief. However, his attitude was huge. So when I got to where I was gonna park at, I think it was like a little gas station or whatever, for the night. I'll never forget this shit because dude had on some Converse and it's kind of cold, like it was like fall, maybe close to winter, but not exactly winter. And Alabama just cold. So he got out the truck. He didn't really say anything, and I'm like, regardless of how, if somebody upset you, we don't usually do that, play that shit as far as security or whatever. So he ain't going nowhere. Maybe just go and take a piss or whatever, walk around a little bit. No, dude went off like through the woods and started hiking, and I'm like, if he think I'm coming after him, he crazy, because I don't play them kind of games. Never did. If I come after you, I'm going to whoop your ass. Okay? Call me Clarissa if you want to. If I come after you, if you don't hit women, I'm going to whoop your motherfucking ass. Nah, I'm talking about, that's how I used to be when I was younger. She lives inside, mashed down, and she does not come out. Okay? That's because that chick there didn't give a baby. You don't got to breathe. Okay? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, he going through the woods. Well, guess what? I'm the one got to do all this driving, so I ain't even worried about all that. So let me do what I gotta do, get my little sleep or whatever. And I'm not sure if I gave him a spare key or not, because I wouldn't even expect him to, like, I know that's not what I think it is, right across the fucking street. That don't really look like walking distance, especially in this weather. How did I miss that? Damn, if I had just went a little bit further. But, so, anywho, so he gone. So, at the end of the day, that's my dog. That's my, what? Okay, so after about an hour or so, I'm sitting up here like, where's me at? Like, something could happen. And we in Alabama, where he from, but we not nowhere near where he from, but it don't matter if you from. This is Alabama. And he just took off, and I've really never seen him get an attitude to where 5 minutes later he just went like. So I'm like, this is cause for suspicion. Like, what's going on? I don't think he either had a phone or he didn't have a signal. I'm not sure. So I'm concerned, but there's really nothing I can do. And then later he comes back. I was asleep too. He comes back. I hear a knock at the door, and I'm like, where did you go? And why did you go somewhere for that long and not tell me so I wouldn't be worried? he didn't really say anything. And I'm like, this is some, okay, let me see what's going on here. Okay. And then he had a bag. He had a bag, and it was in a paper bag. I said, you went and found you an A-B to the C. You went and found you an Annabelle clock. Okay. Uh-huh. I said, well, you know, you can't have that on here, baby. You can't have that on here. You can't do that. I walked this, distance. My feet hurt. I got on Converse. I started laughing because normally we're going to laugh at each other. I started laughing. I said, first of all, how far away is even the liquor store? So I believe he did have his phone. It just, either he wasn't answering or he didn't have a signal. I mean, hell, he went through the woods. How far away was, back then, phones aren't the same. This was probably 2013, it was earlier than, it had to be earlier than that. Maybe 2012 or some shit. So, phones weren't that badass. So I'm like, what the hell? How did you know where to get to the liquor store? How far away is the liquor store? He told me it was far. And I'm like, whoa. And he had on some Chucks, but they was low. It didn't matter. They wasn't as insulated as the ones that I wear. And I'm like, you what? He was like, my feet hurt. I said, you did all of that for a Black and Mild in a fucking bottle, boy? Damn, I should have just gave you some Cuda Cat. Like, what the hell is going on? It's that deep? So then he started laughing. But I'm like, at the end of the day, you can't have it on here. We not Bonnie and Clyde. You know what I mean? We whole ass grown ass adults, and you can't play with my CDL. I don't even know why. It's weird seeing you with a bottle. First off. Secondly, I don't want to be tempted because you want one and I might take a swig, and then if I take a swig and you flip some kind of way and then I flip some kind of way, we just go back into our older selves. Why risk it? Because first of all, I can't drink if I want to. Secondly, not on this truck. No. It's forbidden. I ain't risking my shit for nobody and nothing. And he was like, well, you ain't drinking it. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no. It's not even open for debate or discussion. You can't have this on here. So you gonna have to stand outside and drink your shit? Or you gonna have to just get rid of it? He was mad as hell. Like, I didn't walk on. Listen, we don't do that. It's not. There's nothing there. How you gonna get mad at me? You didn't even tell me what you was gonna do. I would have told you then, and you could have figured it out from there. But at this point, your bottle gotta go, son. And if you stand out there and get pissy drunk, and then think you about to get back in this truck, and I don't know you to be drunk like that, I ain't finna do all that. So you could have waited till you got back. Like, how's it that serious for you to want to drink while we're on the road? I don't even know you to get down like that. So I'm like, can't happen. You have to get rid of it. Now, y'all know how people, I guess if you consider them hood or whatever, they not finna, I don't spend my money on this, blah, blah, blah. Whatever the case may be, I'm not finna have it. So he was just, he couldn't get past the fact that, it's not whatever with us. Boy, I'm driving a whole fucking ass truck. Is you serious right now? Like, I'm driving a whole ass truck. This is how I make my motherfucking money. No. Like, you crazy. crazy to try me like that anyway. No. If you want to keep your shit, then you gonna have to find you another way back home. And I guess he thought I was joking, but I was not fucking joking. I said, here, get your shit. This nigga still pissing in the bottle and pouring it out. Remember when I said he got to piss real bad? I should have put him on camera, because that's some gross ass shit. And that's how when you pull up in some place and it be smelling like piss. What he finna turn into, that's on him. Gross ass motherfucker. Bro, you in the parking lot. You could at least hop over to the passenger side and pour that shit out on that side where you know where the truck's at. Now you got a whole pool full of piss trickling back this way. And it's right by open. Look, cars is over there. The fuel station is right there. Everybody can motherfucking see you, nigga. Gross. Gross. What's your excuse for filling up the bottle the second time? Bro, it's not that far. I want to put this nigga on camera so bad because he hanging out the window doing something. I don't know. But I ain't gonna do that. See, I got a heart now. That works. Imagine that. Yeah, so let me tell y'all something now. I'm good for I have a what you call it when you repress memories of things, right? It's a lot of shit I don't be trying to think about. It's just too much to hold on to, too much. And you know, some things you have to forget in order to be able to just, hey, it happened. That's where we was at. That's what we had to do. Blah blah blah. You know, fuck it and keep it moving. And some shit you just have to forget about, so you don't try to backtrack and go get nobody. You know. But for whatever reason, I'm real good at just. People think because I'm a Libra, blah blah blah. Nah, I'll just drop some shit. I'll just drop it, erase it on purpose, and let it go. So I forgot about it. I forgot about that shit. And I know I blocked him because I'm good for that. But because I'm real good at erasing my memory, I forgot what I blocked him for. And I said, I know I ain't blocked Demetrius. I blocked Demetrius. Like, what the fuck was it? What could we have possibly gotten into? And because he was hitting me up on IG. What's up, Chocolate? You know, he called me Chocolate. You gonna talk to me? I'm like, why did I start talking to this nigga? I'm like, oh, whatever it is, it don't matter, because he don't do shit, like, to me, no. So I'm like, it's nothing. Unblock him. Don't worry about it. Forget it. It was probably your fault anyway, me. I talked to myself, my fault. So I unblocked him. He didn't bring it up. So years later, which was not even too long ago, and we was talking. He said, when the last time you been to Alabama? I said, when the last time you been to Alabama? I said, I Alabama. I don't go to Alabama. Going to Alabama for to my in the truck. Oh no. I ain't had no job to really take me out of Georgia. In a minute. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, why are you bringing that up? Then you don't got no people in Alabama no more. He said, yeah, I remember that time you left me in Alabama. I was like, at first I was like, whoa, he didn't even get out his truck at all. He leaving. And you repping a company too. He's so gross. That was so gross. Nah, hell no. Fuck that. Look at where we sitting at, y'all. Check this out. Look at where we sitting. It's a quick trip. Okay, Alabama, it's a quick trip. So then boom, it's not that big. You got cars over here going in and out the store. You got the fuel out, and this is this motherfucker right here, who came and parked beside me, pissed in his bottle twice, and poured it right out his freaking. People know a piss cocktail when they see it. That's just what it is. They know a piss cocktail when they see it coming out from a truck driver's truck window or door or whichever. You see what I'm saying? This motherfucker guy took his foamy ass, hope your kidneys ain't failing ass, orange ass piss that he filled up in that damn Nestle bottle, little dick, because I know his piss ain't that accurate. And he didn't even fucking get out his truck one time, and they got bathrooms in there, bro. Sat there and clipped his crusty ass toenails. Or nails, fingernails, whatever. They shit look like. Gross. Gross. That's why you just make sure you fucking sanitize your hands. You think of all the things you touch that other gross people touch. Stop coming on. You ain't kicking out no heat, don't kick shit. Yeah. And then pulled off. He not even in the fuel line or nothing. He just sitting there. Out is this way. He ain't got out that truck yet. Ain't no point in him. I guess he ain't gonna get out now. It's still little snow flurries. But anywho, my ex is like, yeah, you baby, you put me out of the truck. I said, boy, I ain't put you out my damn truck. He said, yes you did. Yes you did. I said, put you out my truck. He said, yeah, you left me in Alabama. I thought about it for a minute. I said, hold on. Had to go back to my reservoir. And my self-conscious said, I think I remember something like that happening. And I said, damn. I said, what was it that I put you, like, that's crazy. And you know what? Then I said, never mind, don't even answer. Because one thing I know and have always known about this dude, love him to death, but he is not the brightest, okay? He is not. And one thing he gonna, I put the lipstick on the damn bag. One thing he gonna do is comprehend something differently than it went. Accidental purpose, I don't mean, whatever they do, what they do. So I don't want to hear your version of why it happened, because I know if I did that, especially with him, I'm talking about, man, that boy was, yeah. Yeah. Then you had to be on some bullshit, some real life bullshit. So whatever it was, you know, I said, you clearly you made it out all right. So you're good. So, you know, he did his little, you know, I'm always gonna love you no matter what we go through. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm glad we good on it. You know, you do your shit. You know who you fucking with. You know who you fucking. Hey, whatever it was, if it was bad enough for me to leave you in Alabama, baby, yeah, at least I left you alive. Okay, at least. Come on, son. You gotta sling it like that. That's crazy. He did a whole. I actually wish I would have got that on tape. He did a whole fucking U-turn like it was a wheelie and shit with a whole truck and motherfucking trailer. I know that's dangerous, but he had a Peterbilt. Is that what I meant to say? Kenworth, whatever the hell that is. Not down. I forgot. It's what the big ones. That shit was crazy. He spun that shit around like a damn centipede and hauled out. He wouldn't show out real quick. And he did that. Because I was crazy. Now I'm trying to figure out why dude is still sitting there. See. It's weird people all around. I swear. It is. But yeah, that was my story time. As I'm back in Alabama. And I ain't been in Alabama, I want to say since that happened. But it might be a lie. You know me, I say, I ain't gonna lie to you. I may not remember it, but I ain't gonna lie because I don't give. Who is you? Anybody? Who is you? To lie to? For what? All the shit I done been through, all the shit I done had to do that you could never. I don't care about lying to nobody for no reason, ever. 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 I do know when to keep my mouth shut down. You know what I'm saying? So, anywho, I'm here. I'm down for the count. It is 3 o'clock. About to be 3 o'clock back in Atlanta. But here it is about to be 2 o'clock. So, I'm going to get me some exercise and some other stuff. What's the urgent message about the weather? Because that's what it's being. It's the weather. And they knew I was going to be here a long time. That's the shit. And it's like, this is the first time I've been somewhere with this company that they took a long time. So, I mean, I really can't trip. But at the same time, why you ain't just say that when you know I'm used to something else? But why would I expect that? I was just talking to my coworker who happens to be cute. Not cute as I want him, but I don't want nobody. He was saying, "Oh, will you be?" I was like, "Shit, I go to South Carolina, North Carolina. That's about it." What? They be having me everywhere. I was like, "Where everywhere they be having you?" Alabama. Oh, he ain't not gonna play. And we have both have a dedicated account, so it's kind of the same account, but hey, they have different customers, so maybe that's your, the person you work with. That's the accounts they cover, but they rotate, and they always rotate. So, and those, here we go. That right in the next week, here I am, Alabama. First thing I said, oh shit, that's a quick trip anyway. Okay, Lynn is nowhere. I'll be there and back. I'll be back home. Trying to make me some more stuff on the sewing machine. Well, let's talk about how that didn't happen. I'm here freezing in the cold. What's up, bees? I just happened to see your heart pop up. Other than that, I was not trying to mess with these trolls that be in here because, you know, I just don't got time for that. See, one of these comments say, have you masturbated today? It's like, I just don't get where y'all be thinking, bitch, you gross. He probably don't even care. He probably don't even think so. He got on something totally different. I don't know about it from the bottom, but he I guess he went pulled up there so he could change his clothes. I don't know. But that shit was so rude and disrespectful. First of all, I don't want to see your freaking urine. Secondly, why would you pour it this way? Bro, it's 2 extra empty spaces on the other side of you. You can't even just hop your ass to the other window and go that way. You shouldn't be doing that at all because it's going to... You can smell that shit when you pull up. It's in the concrete. It's grass right there. How about take your ass inside? It's not that damn far to walk. That's how you get some people that be getting out their truck and their hips can't even hardly move. They're freaking big as hell and all this other kind of stuff going on. Because, bro, you didn't have that far to fucking walk. You didn't. You really did. And you stay here long enough to really, if they had showers, to go in there and take a shower. Hold on, because I got to put my heavy coat on because it's so cold here. Like, it's super cold. Oh, let me make sure I block you. Oh, I did. Poor girlfriend. Well, I know you said, I ain't gonna get mad at you because I know you talking about my story. I wasn't his girlfriend at the time. Oh, shut up. You ain't trolling me for no reason, silly. But, you know, I hope whoever it is get their money worth, and I hope you guys are having fun. Because at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I wouldn't. He probably do want to be called gross because he did it right. Like the way that... Wait a minute, I'm going to show you. But you guys see, the parks, it's not that many parks over here because it's a quick trip that's just has a little, you know, truck spot in it. But it's not a truck stop per se. Which was across the street. They have more stuff over there, but shit I ain't supposed to be getting into anyway, so it don't matter. So these are like it would be at a rest area. They especially do that when it's you know, it's not as big. This air is cold. I don't know why it keeps coming on. I have it off. Actually, I don't even have to have this on to have the thing on in the back. I forgot I learned that. But the way the parkings are, they're slightly angled. So one truck is gonna be, you know, slightly ahead of the other truck. So when you pull out, let's say there's a line of trucks over there, the fuel aisle, you know, whatever the case may be, you don't need a whole lot of room to still have clearance past the truck beside you to just pull out, get your tail on, and get out. That's why the rest stops parks are like that at the rest area. They're slanted. He was right beside me. Let me see. Turn around. He was right here, right beside me. You see the 2 extra spaces over there? Like, why you gonna pour your shit? And all I can see is, because his truck is like slightly ahead of mine. So, you know, why you got your shit trickling down towards my shit? You might touch my tire or something. Some people find that shit gross. And you're supposed to. We're not Wild Kingdom. We're not out here living on the island to see who can last longest and shit. Like, bro, it wasn't a time thing. It wasn't a matter of time because he sat here for a long time. It's so cold. I don't even want to. Let me put my sneakers on. I don't even want my feet. I don't even want my feet. So what's over there? Ain't nothing out here, boy. I'm telling you, there's a little thing. And I took the hood off this coat too, so I can put some patches on it. It's a freaking Love's right across the street. See, Love's be having like restaurants and stuff, but they have like a whole bunch of other stuff. Even if you don't want anything, it's just true. Thank you. So I'm about to hang up because I'm in a store. You understand? Let me stop looking at this.